Hey guys, it's me, Troy Dellinger, and today I'm going to be talking about the Book of Ruth, and I just want to talk about Ruth because I feel like, it doesn't get talked about enough, it doesn't get preached about enough, and, we just kind of people just kind of pass Ruth by, and I don't think that we should pass by any parts of the Bible. All scripture is inspired by God, and it's all important to know and understand. The book of Ruth. If you actually really understand what it's really teaching, it's actually a really really great book. It's not just a romance book, but it's really about God's mercy and redemption towards Israel, towards people that are poverty stricken and less fortunate, people that are foreign, people like Ruth, and it really is a beautiful story. So that's why I'm going to talk about it. This is going to be on a new playlist, on a new project that I'm working on called Biblical History and Extras, and on my channel Bible Video Productions. I did a whole series called Biblical History, and that was mostly about Israel's history. And you can watch that on my other channel, Bible Video Productions. If you'd like to subscribe to that, you can feel free. But this is going to be on a new playlist called Biblical History and Extras. Basically, this is not going to be just solely about Israel's history in its chronological order. This is going to be a little bit about Israel, but this is also going to be about extra stuff, even certain things that is not in the Bible, but it was there during the biblical timeline. So this is what I'm going to be doing here on this channel now, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos on this, and I'm starting off on the Book of Ruth. And now, just to be clear, the Book of Ruth is in the Bible, so it's a part of Scripture, and that's why I'm talking about it. So basically, the story starts off with Naomi and her family, and they are Israelites. Members of their family die, and Naomi's sons marry the Moabites. They live in Moab because they moved out of Israel because of a famine. So they were having some hardships. They were in distress, and this is really a story about God getting an Israelite family through hardship and distress, and enduring through tribulations, and bringing redemption. So we have Naomi and her daughter-in-laws, and at this point, their husbands are dead. And now remember, Moab is not a Israelite land. Moab is a foreign, basically a pagan land. They don't know the God of Israel. So these are people that are outside of God. They don't know who God is. But Naomi, she says she wants to go back to her country, and Ruth, the Moabite, she is from Moab, but she decides to go with Naomi, and she decides to convert, to know the God of Israel, to become Jewish, and she says, your people will be my people, and my God your God. It says that in Ruth 1:16 through 17, and I love that verse. That is an absolutely beautiful verse. So in faithfulness, she decides to leave her land, leave her people, and in order to know the God of Israel, she turns away from her idolatry, and she converts and goes in with Naomi, and they travel to the land of Israel. So during this time period, they return, and the issue of the famine is resolved. She gets with Boaz, and Boaz is of a higher class than her. But they fall in love and they get married, and they and Boaz shows kindness to Ruth, even though she's a foreign lady and she's of a lower class, and but he reaches down to her, and they fall in love and they get married. And this is these are King David's great grandparents. So these people would David would be the offspring of these people. So they had a key. They were the key in the royal lineage of King David. So what do we learn from the Book of Ruth? Well, as I said, it's a story about redemption. It's a picture of Christ. It's about Christ and His church. Boaz representing Christ and Ruth representing the church. And it's about God reaching down with Israel through hard times, through hardships, and it's a really great book. And I would encourage every student of the Bible to read read the Book of Ruth, because it is scripture and it's very important to read and understand, especially with the context of the rest of the Bible. And that's all I got, and thank you for watching.